Opinion: how radical organizations are influencing Muslim youth in India. In the intricate mosaic of India's religious landscape, Muslim organizations play a significant role in shaping identities, beliefs, and communal behavior. Among them, Jamaat-e-Islami and Tabligh-e-Jamaat have historically positioned themselves as Islamic revivalist movements. While they publicly disavow violence, concerns are growing over how their ideological frameworks and influence networks may be radicalizing segments of Muslim youth in India. This article aims to unpack the mechanisms, narratives, and patterns through which these groups operate and how their doctrines can tilt toward exclusivism, isolationism, and even extremism. The Jamaat-e-Islami (JEI), founded in 1941 by Abul Ala Maududi, is not merely a religious movement. It is based on a political interpretation of Islam, aiming to establish an Islamic state governed by Sharia. While banned in Jammu Kashmir, JEI continues to operate across India, student organizations, and civil society under various names and fronts. Tabligh-e-Jamaat, on the other hand, is ostensibly apolitical and inward-looking, focusing on personal piety and Islamic evangelism dawah. But its brand of Islam, rigid, Deobandi-based, and anti-modernist, discourages pluralism and instills a worldview where religious identity trumps national identity. It is often accused of building echo chambers that alienate youth from mainstream society. Though the two groups differ in method, JEI being politically charged and Tabligh-e-Jamaat spiritually intense, both promote binary, us versus them narratives that breed alienation. One of Jamaat-e-Islami's most visible arms is its student wing. While presenting itself as a platform for education and social justice, the student wing often mirrors Jamaat's ideological undertones, opposing secularism, glorifying Islamic governance, and reinforcing communal identity. Across campuses in Kerala, West Bengal, and Delhi, JEI's student wing has cultivated an ideologically regimented cadre that sees modern politics and Western liberalism as antithetical to Islam. These young recruits are often introduced subtly to anti-democratic ideas under the guise of intellectual Islam. Tabligh-e-Jamaat, meanwhile, maintains a low-profile but deep network of young followers who are trained through Chilla's 40-day missionary tours. Youths are encouraged to abandon regular education or jobs, isolate themselves from non-Islamic environments, and dedicate their lives to purifying the Ummah. The emphasis on blind obedience, uniform dress codes, and rigid gender segregation is an early form of ideological radicalization. Both groups are non-violent in stated strategy, but that does not mean they are non-radical. The radicalization process is not always about violence, it's about the creation of a mindset that normalizes separatism, rejection of constitutional values, and distrust of the other. Many young Muslims drawn to these groups begin to question in doing so. A space is created where more radical elements can easily recruit. Indeed, various intelligence reports in the past have noted that individuals involved in terror plots or who later joined ISIS had a background of association with such ideological groups. For example, in Jammu and Kashmir, JEI has been accused of ideological indoctrination that later led to militancy. While the group denies links to terror outfits, its literature often paints the Indian state as an aggressor. Modern radicalization doesn't need a mosque. It needs a smartphone, an internet connection, and unregulated content. Both JEI and Tabligh networks have been quick to adapt. WhatsApp groups pushing Maududi's or Zakir Naik's content, YouTube sermons discouraging integration into the Indian mainstream, and Telegram channels sharing conspiracy theories against the Indian state. These mediums are now fertile ground for soft radicalization. Moreover, both movements have strong transnational linkages. JEI receives ideological backing from Pakistan-based networks, and Tabligh-e-Jamaat is tightly connected with counterparts in Bangladesh, Malaysia, and even the UAE countries where their role in promoting extremism has come under scrutiny. Outlawing or banning these groups alone will not suffice. What's needed is a robust civil society response that includes government agencies must distinguish between legitimate religious expression and ideological grooming. Muslim communities, in turn, must introspect and challenge hardline dominance in their educational, social, and cultural spaces. The silent radicalization of Indian Muslim youth through ideological soft power, whether via Jamaat-e-Islami's politicist Islam or Tabligh-e-Jamaat's rigid piety, poses a serious challenge to the ideals of secularism and national integration. Swipe left for next video. The time has come for assertive, inclusive interventions not just by the state but by civil society and the Muslim community itself. The battle against radicalism cannot be won in courts or police stations alone. It must be fought in minds, in classrooms, and on digital platforms through reform, reason, and responsible leadership. Dr. Quadri is community leader and chairman of the Muslim Students Organization of India. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely those of the author. They do not necessarily reflect News 18's views. Latest blogs.